Hi everybody, Shannon and Karen here with Wandering Out Yonder. Today we are in Michaux State Forest. We are camping in the Chinquapin Campground. We've never camped here before and we wanted to check it out. We had a reservation here about a week or so ago and it was pouring down rain, so we decided to change it. So we're here this week, and as you can see, the sun is out and it's a beautiful day, so we thought we'd take you around for a campground tour. We are at one of the bathhouses. This particular area has a really nice bathhouse. You can see there's two nice stainless steel sinks. Okay. And then walk around the side up here. Okay. And this is, I guess, what would be considered the front of the bathhouse. Some water fountains. And, yeah.
That's super cool.
Yep. There you go. Cool.
Wow, so you can fill your water bottles.
Right.
Neat.
Yep. All right, so there is a men's, a family restroom, and a women's. This is pretty cool right here. This is all inclusive. You see all that? All right, and a nice shower. It's nice and clean. Has a heater, air conditioning. But yeah, this is super nice. It has a baby changing area, so you could bring your whole family into this one. This is the women's. And again, super clean. We've got 3 sinks, potties, lots of stalls here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And down here at the end are 2 shower stalls. There you go. And then one here. Yeah, nice and clean. And then one, this is the handicapped accessible one. Has a separate little room here, and then the handicap necessities in this particular shower. But yeah, this is probably one of the cleanest bathhouses I've ever been in a state park. It's really, really nice. Okay, and just across from the bathhouse is a dumpster. So not too far. It's kind of in the center of this particular loop down here that we're in. All right, so Shannon and I, we have a site right across from the bathhouse. And there is a potable water spigot right there, as well as the one water fountain area that you saw out front. And there's another water spigot way over there. So lots of potable water sources here. All right, so this is the site next to us. Yeah, we liked this one as well. This is site 42 right here. And again, we are in Chinquapin Campground in Michaux State Forest. Again, you've got power, nice picnic table, and a fire pit. You're backed up to the woods, so you have no one behind you. And there you go. This is a nice little loop here in this campground. Back in here. We really liked it a lot. Okay, we really liked this site. This is site 44. It's nice and wide for Fran. I mean, you could put 2 cars in this site easily. And then it kind of dips down in here. So, and you have quite a bit of privacy. And again, you're backed up to the woods. You can see. So you have a lot of privacy here. It's really pretty area. So these are the walk-in tent sites. So I guess this is the parking right here. But site 21, 22, and 23 right here. And yeah, that would be a little bit tight for 3 cars. Boy, and we've had a lot of rain lately, so it's a bit swampy through here right now. But yeah, these again are just tent sites. There's some steps going up to the left. There's a fire pit and a picnic table, and you can hear the stream running over there. It's really, really, really flowing over there. But again, a tent pad. There's a fire pit here. Same thing here, right here. And then down there. And you have the creek flowing next to you. Just wanted to share with you some of the sites. Again, we are in the Chinquapin Campground in Caledonia State Park in the Michaud State Forest. This is number 70. Yeah. Now there's no electric here, but this is a huge site. So you've got a tent pad back there. All right. So yeah, these are some pretty big sites through here.
And nice, look. I mean, look at how there's a bathhouse and there's a bathhouse.
Yeah. Yep, you got a bathhouse in front of you and then one right down here. So lots of areas for going to the bathroom, showering, water resupply, sink. They have the sinks out here too for cleaning. But here's another. This is site 72, I think. So they go pretty far back in. Anyhow, this one looks like it has some of the same amenities as the bathhouse over just down through here, just like over that way. So it's just right there. So you got two of the sinks outside. And it has the fountain area again out front, like the other one, the other bathhouse. And then the restrooms right up front. Again, see these little fountains that they have. Those are pretty cool. The handicapped family restroom. Again. Very nice. Okay, this one does not have a shower in it. Okay. And again. And this one just has the bathrooms in it, I believe. I don't think that these are showers now. But still, pretty nice. So one of the things we wanted to mention in this particular area is that the Appalachian Trail runs through this area. There's a lot of nice trails out here. And Shannon and I have hiked the AT through here, both directions, north and south. I think north, about 40 miles north, we've done the trail, and south all the way past the Maryland state line. So you can catch the AT here and do some hiking if you like. This is another kind of tent area.
Oh, this could be RV. Van.
Yeah, you could probably put a van in here if you need to. Site 20. It's all gravelled out. It looks like you could park here for this site over here. Maybe park here for this site right here. And probably park right there for this over here. But yeah, these are just little tent sites, it looks like, that run next to the creek. Fire pits and picnic tables. Okay, so onto the right, you can see there are some electric sites with water, fire pit, picnic table, all of these sites over here. Okay, we are at site 15. And you're backed up to the woods, so actually it's pretty nice. I mean, you're going to have neighbors across from you. See that? But you're backed up to the woods, so that's kind of nice. So we were a little curious about this site. It has a paved parking spot. So you must have to walk way back in up here to camp. A walk-in tent site, my guess. Is it? That's kind of cool. If you like privacy, this is probably a cool site. You just have to walk back in. Oh yeah, look at that. Way back in here.
Hiking your deer up here.
Yep. All right, so you get back up in here, and you're back in. It's much further than everybody else. You have a picnic table, you've got your fire pit, and plenty of little spots out here that you could pitch a tent.
Multiple tents.
Yeah, lots of
Because
space.
you're going to need a crowd to carry the cooler up that hill.
Yeah. So yeah, right down there is the parking spot. But you're way back in, so you're away from the crowds. That's kind of nice. Okay, so across from the walk-in site that we just did is site 11, and it's kind of like a drive-through site here. It's tiny, but oh. All right, so the walk-in site was site 12 if you're interested in that. That's kind of cool. And this over here is site 11. It does have an electric, and it has a water source. You have a spigot. Yeah, that's nice and level, it looks like. But here's another one of those. It's a bit hilly. Okay, and so you can see site 8 and 7. There is sewer available, as well as electric and water. So a lot of the sites here, they have just, I think, done a lot of renovation in this campground and added a lot to it. There's a lot more power available, sewer and water, and this is a state park, so it's kind of unusual to find in a state park. Across the street, now this is kind of towards the entrance, is the dump station, and then there's a dumpster for your garbage right there. And then across from the dump station is the all the wood, or the wood shed you can buy. There's hardwood, wow, and pine here, so they have it separated out for you. And then there's ice here as well, and this is an honor system. So currently in the year of 2022, that's the prices for everything. The camp post is here at site 5. And again, you can see some sites over here on the outer loop with electric and water and sewer. So again, like I said, this is a state park, and you don't typically find sewer hookups in a state park, not that we've seen. So that's kind of a cool addition to some of these camp spots if you're in an RV or some kind of rig that you would want to have sewer available to you. All right, so these sites are the 70s, 80s. Again, another bathhouse.
Set up through like 110.
Yeah, I think through 70 something through 110. And again, these have water, sewer, and electric.
They're pretty level.
Yeah,
For the most part.
Some of them are pretty small and a little bit close together, but not terrible. Now this is a handicap site right here.
They got it paved.
All right, they have it paved all the way up to the bathhouse, so that's nice and convenient if you needed that. Okay, and then across from us, site 82, I think, 84. I believe these are tent sites over here on the right. They don't look like they have anything other than a decent place to park, tent pads, fire pit, picnic table, and some have the lantern hooks on them. All right, and again, in this section, it's in the 80s here. A nice big bathhouse. I'm guessing it has the showers and the bathrooms, which we have discovered are super nice and clean. Okay. See? This is really tiny though. You're kind of squeezed in over here in some of these sections. You have a place to park, and you might find a spot to throw your tent. You'd be pretty close together. Here in this inner loop over here. No, it's not. I think I'd prefer to be on the outer of this loop. At least you have some woods up behind you. You're not squeezed in with everybody else on the right side of this loop. And this spot right here, number 89, goes up. See the fire pit way in the back. A little bit more privacy, and then all these woods next to it, so you have a lot of privacy. So that was site 89. No electric, no water. It's a tent site. All right, so this particular area, like 92, 90, You're pretty tight in here. Fair
Better
warning.
like your neighbors.
Yeah, you should probably like your neighbors if you're going to camp on this inner part of the loop. But these on the outside are pretty good. And again, another walk-in site. You walk in way back there, which those are pretty cool. We've camped in those kinds of sites before, and those are pretty nice. You do have a lot of privacy. Okay. And this is like some extra parking over here. So again, we're in the 117, 18 area, 19. You can see that you're pretty tight here in the center. And you're kind of tight. You've got people backed up to you over here on the right as well. 120, 122. So this loop's a bit tight for my liking. Some people probably don't care, but I don't like to be quite that close to my neighbor. But it's pretty. It's still a pretty area. So again, the loop that's across the street from this one is pretty much the same thing. You've got some nice paved parking spots. Some of them are leveled out and looks like you can walk back in and camp back in the woods. Over on the right.
Pretty steep there.
Yeah. But these right here on the left side of that road are a bit steep, and you're pretty close to your neighbors through here. So again, this loop is a little bit tight with people for me. But there's a nice bathhouse here. There's a dumpster area up ahead. Okay, so this is site 115. So you have a little place to park. And you have to climb up there, I guess, to get to your tent pad. There's a picnic table, and then you're right across from the bathhouse. And these are some pretty unlevel sites through here. You know, you'd have to figure out how to level out a little bit. Again, site 114. And this is part of that inner loop that we were showing you as we were walking down over the other side of it. You're pretty close in here. This is pretty tight through here. But there is an outer loop right here. This is a really nice site right here. If you are not in need of electric, water, or sewer, this is a super nice site. What site number is this, Shannon?
111.
Okay, this is site 111. Nice picnic area. You're back up against the woods. And your neighbors are over here, but over here you have woods. So where you would be by your fire, you would be pretty private.
Mm-hmm.
So this is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so there are some nice sites on these loops through here. You just have to look around to find them. Again, that was site 111. Okay, so this little site right here has 2 parking spots. So I'm guessing it must be a dual site somehow. It's 106. There are 2 tent pads right here.
No, that one goes to that
Oh,
side.
okay, so there's 110. All right, well, I don't know. All right. So again, up here on the left, 25, 26, 27, tent camping. You just kind of walk back in and set up. And that's pretty much what you see predominantly. Over here on the left are these multiple tent sites with little parking areas that you would hike back up into. See, it's like 30, 32, 33 up there. So on the right, across from these parking lot tent pad sites, this is site 33 here, I believe it was. And you just pull in. There's really not much to it. And it kind of overlooks the campground. That's what these sites here over here on the right in this particular area look like. Kind of overlook some of the other areas of the campground. Again, parking spaces. And then you walk up to your tent site over here on the left. We're in the 30s right now. And some of these are pretty small. So, site 37, not very level. Okay, so we're kind of swinging back around to where we're camped with Fran. And we're on an outer loop, which you're looking at in front of you right here. These are inner loop sites, and they're sloped, so have to keep that in mind. This one over here on the left is on the outer loop. This is site number 40, and there is not anything here, no electric or water or anything like that. But it's a nice site. It's private. Yeah, I mean, next to you, there's nobody. So, yeah, I would do this site definitely. Nothing to the right of you, and you're backed up to the woods, and it's a pretty deep insight. So, you would have plenty of space to park. And we've got all these woods back in here to find a place to pitch a tent maybe, or just to pitch it out here in the gravel. But and there's your fire pit. But yeah, it's pretty private through here, right across from the bathhouse too. So again, that was site 40, and that was one of the last tent sites on this loop. The rest, I believe, around this loop are all electric and water, and some of them have sewer. You have to look online to see. I can't tell you exactly which ones are sewer and all that, but you can look online and see the amenities of it. But these are nice sites through here. Okay, so thanks for joining us today, guys, as we took you around the Chinquapin Campground here in Caledonia, in the Shannon State Forest. We wanted to share this campground with you in case you are in this area and would like to visit. Again, the Appalachian Trail runs through here, so if you think you might like to get out on the Appalachian Trail, this is a good spot to camp in. You're not too far from it, actually walking distance from the campground. So anyhow, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you guys later.